overdue. As you see, we've got lots of vegetables coming out. I got that's watermelon right through there. We had some zucchini here, some squash on the upside of that. We've already cut down some of the lettuce. We've got some peas growing. I've already cut off a lot of the snow peas that were in there. See, our corn's about being ready to harvest. Over here we have the onions and carrots. My grapevines have just took off. I mean, they were unbelievable there for a while. Bryce has gourds. They're probably the size of my fist, one of them. I mean, it's just, his stuff's starting to really take off too. Over here we got more corn, got cantaloupe right through here. We have actually taken a lot off of the, you can see my two tomato vines are growing up really nice right here. We have taken a lot of cucumbers off of what I planted there. Suzette's been giving me cucumbers every day. Her brother gave us some more tomato plants, 10 of them, so I planted them through there. Put some lettuce on the back side of that. Out there, our trees are been blooming very nicely. Got leaves on them now. That one right there in front of you has a peach on it. It's a Florida King peach, and it's got a peach on it already. It's probably almost the size of a racquetball racket. It's still rather small, a little bigger than a golf ball. And we've taken the chickens out. This is the amazing part over through here. We've taken the chickens out, and as you see, I got the coop built up through there. I put some extra metal I had on top. I had a tarp which was strapped to some conduit. I had pre-drilled some holes around the top. The windstorm came through there and just tore it all up. So I went ahead and framed it back up and put some metal on there. That way that will never come off. It provides them lots of nice shade. I got a box right there with a little ladder to it on the inside so they can get up inside of it at night. I'm going to have another one on this side protruding out from here over for my breeding, because right now I've got all 20 chickens in this little coop there, and they are nice and they are big. And there's a couple of other additions I've made to our little farm here, and they're right there. As you see, I've got 2 little pygmy goats right here, and this was the outcome of the puppies. I sold one of the puppies outright and bought the 2 little pygmy goats there. Got a good deal on those. They're real sweet. This one right here, I traded one of the pygmy goats, one of the puppies, for a cross between a pygmy and a Nigerian dwarf, and she was pregnant, and the outcome of that, let's see if I can catch him, is right there. A little buckling, and Suzette and I on a Sunday morning had to deliver him right before our meeting, and he's pretty big, as you can tell, for a miniature, and the mama takes real good care of him. I've already just butted his horns off, and he's very animated, especially in the mornings. He jumps up on the trees and runs around, and she's real protective of him. But he's a good little guy. He's a good little buck, and the boys come out and play with him to keep him socialized. But yeah, we had a hard time. He was so big, took about 20 to 25 minutes for her to push him out. Now, it was her first, so now she knows more what to expect. But he's a cute little guy. And I'm going to pause here just for a second, and next time we click on, I'll show you pictures of the chickens and another little addition we have. Here he is again. Now here are our chickens, and you will see that they have gotten so much bigger from the little brooding area. I made myself a little automatic feeder, drywall bucket, put some holes in it, put a base at the bottom, drains out really nice. I got them an automatic water, but they have gotten so big, and I do not mistake for a minute ordering them online. They sent me 20. I got 20 nice sized chickens in here. They're growing very rapidly. But now our next one is this right here. Connor went to Wild Adventures and he wanted ducks. So that's what we got right there. The biggest one in there at the very top here, let's see if I can get it right there. That is Charlie. It happens to be a girl though. And she's the biggest one in there, and that is Connor's duck. And he goes in and he plays with that duck every day. It sits on his lap, doesn't squawk, and he is a squirmer. And yet she still just lets him sit there, and she pets her and everything else. The one next to him that has lots of black on him, that's Max, and he is, these are both half mallard, half Peking, and he is the only male we have in there. And that is Mrs. Wobbly at the bottom. She can squawk and all, but once you get her, calm down just for a second or two, she sits in your lap pretty much too and lets you pet her and stuff. But this is what Connor wanted. After reading up on them, they're probably a little easier to keep than chickens. But we're gonna make a nice little poultry area through here, and we're going to get a few more. And we'll probably breed a few and have some little swimming pools out here for them to jump into and play in. And there's my big chicken. The funny thing about the chickens is the rooster in here. Connor will actually just go and grab hold of the rooster and just pet it like it was just any other bird. And I tried to tell him, I said, son, that thing's going to have spurs on it eventually. But it might be a nice chicken because he's in there with the rest of them, and he's kind of calm. He's a lot calmer than my other ones. And in the mornings we get to hear him about 7:30 right now he's trying to crow. But this is a nice little area I got for them. Like I said, this side where the ducks are is going to be for my breeding, so I can have some in the freezer. This side over here is going to be for the eggs. And this is a little something I made. I get a few little ideas out of books I read. But this conduit is a lot cheaper than anything else you can buy, studs or anything. They're less than $2. So I got some 1/2-inch conduit. I screwed it into some boards at the bottom. I have 3 boards. One to keep it framed up in the middle here, 2 on the outsides, and then I took some horse wire because the goats like to jump on top of this, and so I got some horse wire on the sides because they've already tried to jump on top of it, and then they realized, well, they thought it was a game. Then I put this piece of metal over the top of it. So they got a nice little shelter under there, out of the rain and everything, and it's mobile. So I will be taking this to the back when I get it ready for them back there. It's got a lot of wooded area back there for them to graze on. And this will be the poultry area. This, and I'm going to extend it over. I've got a hole back over here, right over here, that I'm going to mow out. It's right down in this little area right through here. I'm going to mow it out, and then when I mow it out, I'm going to take a tarp, put a tarp in it, and throw some water on it. That way the ducks can just walk right on in, walk right out. I can clean it out real easily. I'm going to extend this fence down a little further for them. And I'm going to build another one of these, except smaller. It's going to have some nesting boxes on it, and I'll be able to put them in at night and shut them up. And again, the reason I built this big enough is because Murphy, my male collie, comes in here, and he makes sure that the foxes, we've got some foxes out here, he makes sure the foxes and everything stays away from the animals at night. Well, that about does it for now. And like I said, this update was a little in the making. It's overdue, and so I hope everybody enjoyed it. Bye for now.